I'm telling you right now, you will love this episode. Welcome to the South Florida Access. I'm Moni Lebro, and today will be all about dealing with virtual internships, the culture of Overtown, Halloween in the 305, and an exclusive interview and mini show with Los Wizzards, Miami's very own jam band.
Welcome to the Hot Minute. I'm Valeria Venturini.
And I'm Moni Lebro.
Moni, Miami sports have been bringing fans lots of joy and a bit of a heartbreak too. Tell me about the Miami Dolphins.
Vale, the Dolphins beat the Jaguars last weekend, but didn't have the same luck against the Seattle Seahawks, losing 31-43 yesterday at home. But as we wait for them to face the 49ers in San Francisco, Miami baseball lovers have their eyes on the Marlins.
Yes, they do. After 17 years, the Marlins made the playoffs. They beat the Chicago Cubs in the first round, and now they will face the Atlanta Braves in the National League Division Series tomorrow at 2:08 p.m. And we can't forget about the Miami Heat.
That's right, we cannot. 2 games shy of a sweep. The Miami Heat won against the Lakers last night by 11 points, giving the Heat culture lovers a glimpse of hope of becoming NBA champs. Game 4 of the series will be tomorrow at 9 p.m.
And from Miami sports, we move to Miami politics as mayoral candidates Daniella Levine-Cava and Steve Bovo faced each other on the debate stage.
That's right, and in case you missed it, from single mothers and Black Lives Matter to systemic racism and defunding the police, Levine-Cava accused Bovo of lying throughout his campaign, and Bovo accused Levine-Cava of being radical. Remember, this election will take place on November 3rd, and today is the last day for you to register. Thanks for tuning in with the Hot Minute. COVID-19 came and it changed the ways that we do many things. This includes your internships.
Most internships were put on hold, but some college students have been given the opportunity to do their internships virtually. Despite the challenges, they have been able to transform this experience into a positive one.
For me, it's 2 things. Driving, not having to drive there, not having to deal with any traffic, just relieves so much stress. And in general, just having your own schedule.
Interns like Carol have shared that although the experience has been a positive one, it's been a learning experience adjusting to the new normal.
And if there's anything that you need help with, instead of going to somebody to ask them for a question, you kind of take it upon yourself to do your own research and find that answer yourself, as opposed to just going to your coworker next to you.
The home of these interns and recruiters have been transformed into their new workplace, and their daily routines have not changed much. Here is what EW Scripts talent leader has to say.
Going out and meeting people face to face. I mean, ideally, we'd be having this conversation in the same room, and we might get to have a coffee together or something like that, and actually spend some real time, chit-chatting some, but also having a serious conversation about, what's the opportunity here. And I love that. I love being in classrooms. I love meeting people, students, and other people just in real life, right? And we don't get to do that right now.
We are all going through unusual times right now. But the one thing that is for certain is that this has been a learning experience for everyone. Just like these students and recruiters, we're all trying to make the best out of this situation. From South Florida Media Network, this was Andrea Gonzalez.
Honoring the legacy of Miami's Overtown is what this festival is all about. Check it out.
Overtown, also known as the Harlem of the South, has far more history than many know. This Black community was once the core of the Miami jazz and blues scene.
The streets, once filled with music and life, are now but a memory in the mind of those who once experienced it. Its history and impact is celebrated annually in the Overtown to Overtown Festival, hosted by the Betsy Hotel.
Overtown was a culture hub for Black people. So, I get it's part of my root, and so it's a big joy for me to be, performing songs that they performed back then.
The festival, now in its 9th edition, looks to educate and share the history of Overtown through a variety of carefully curated singers, poets, musicians, and professors. Exactly this must be the resource for those who live here, in order to know which is the tradition, the legacy, the history of this music in this place. It has, like many other events, transitioned into virtual in order to assure the safety of all participants.
The festival will be hosting its last online session on September 28, 2020. But don't worry, if you miss it, you can always catch it next year. This was Paola Marcano Bolivar for South Florida Access. Moni, go ahead and take it away.
Spooky season is finally here. Take a look at one of these options that you have to have a safe but scarily fun Halloween.
Boo! South Florida, your Halloween plans are not canceled. We're here at the Not So Spooky Halloween drive-thru to show you how you can celebrate Halloween in a fun, safe, and not so spooky way. Not So Spooky Halloween, hosted by event agency Swarm at Miami Park, is running Saturdays and Sundays until October 31st.
Definitely the drive-thru. That was so much fun. Yeah. Just the performances, like they were really good at like the singing and the acting. It was really good. The actors looked like they were having a great time.
The event holds a drive-thru adventure for kids all ages, a trick-or-treating alley, and a harvest market where attendees can take pictures.
So we created a super cool, not so spooky adventure drive-thru. It's really a haunted house for families and kids. It's not too scary, but there's lots of spooky surprises. So we have lots of different scenes where you're going to be interacting with different actors through your car, very safe, socially distanced. Lots of great sound, lighting, scary surprises around every turn. How can we not cancel the Halloween and the fall season for families? So long before we even had the venue here at Miami Park, we decided that this was something that we wanted to do to provide a fun, safe fall activity for families to come out to.
So I like the trick-or-treating part. That was very safe, and the shows, they're very nice. They're dancing, they have music, makes the kids happy, and that's what we want right now. So.
For more information, check out the link below. I'm Valeria Venturini signing off for the South Florida Access. Have a happy Halloween and remember to stay spooky.
Los Wizzards are going to make you want to dance. Stay right where you are for this exclusive interview with the band. Yuselis, take it away.
Just in time for Hispanic Heritage Month, I got to sit down with Los Wizzards, a musical group from Miami, Florida.
Popular Miami band Los Wizzards pride themselves on diversity. Their sound is a mix of jazz, funk, and reggaeton. Out of 7 band members, Wismer, who plays Venezuelan cuatro, and trombone player Tony, joined the South Florida Access for a brief interview about their craft and performing in Miami's nightlife.
On trumpet, mostly trumpet, we have Alexander Coombs, like I, also an FIU grad. He plays trumpet, is also the producer of our upcoming album. You have Joseph Ballesteros on the drums, also from Venezuela, along with Sammy Hawk, our frontman and rapper, and Rafael Querales on bass, also Venezuela. And we have our Jamaican singer/frontman, Roy G.
Los Wizzards is a very diverse group. The members come from different walks of life, different cultures, and of course have different sounds. They all come together to create magic.
How did you guys all meet? How did Los Wizzards come about?
Okay, it was in February 2016 that I was doing this open mic. I came here like 5 years ago on 2015, but on 2016 I started this open mic / jam session where it was inviting musicians from different parts, but musicians in Miami, singers in Miami to jump on stage and sing with me and to, just have fun and make music together. And, the band, we're getting together like almost magically. Joseph came with the cajon and then he started playing drums. And then I met Coombs and
Alex,
Coombs. He came with a trumpet to a gig and I said, bro, what are you doing this Thursday? I have this jam. So he came and said, can I bring my cousin? So yeah. So his cousin is Tony on the trombone, and it was little by little. So the good thing is that it's not a band that we said, okay, let's do a band, let's make a band and let's play together or let's work together. No, it was very, very smooth. Like we were getting together to jam every Thursday and at one point we realized that we were a band. And
without even knowing it, I was like, all right, this feels way too good. We have to make something out of this real quick.
We should do something, and stop being like an open mic or just jam session band. So we started doing our own music, and we started writing about our Miami lifestyle as musicians, you know. So that's how our first single came out, as Spanglish Love.
The band is very diverse, which has led to a very unique sound. A mixture of different cultures, instruments, and styles, the Wizzards have something that you will not find in any other bands.
Because defining the band is we have to talk about the diversity that we have in the band, because you can find, if there is a point where we can compare, you find bands like Venezuelan bands or Cuban bands or American bands or Jamaican bands, but those projects where you have people from different parts of the world, or even a project, because you find like featurings where people are singing in Spanish and English, but together as a project in the same band, that's a very important part of the identity of the band. And we play in funk, pretty much like funky music, but we have a Venezuelan cuatro in it. And we don't have a saxophone, we have trombone and trumpet. So it's very particular, because what gives to the band the most unique sound is that we don't have a trombone player, we have Tony trombone, you know, which is great because he's playing the way he plays, you know what I'm saying? It's not that someone is writing down the notes for a trombone player to come and play. In this case, it's Tony playing what comes from him.
The live performance industry has taken a hit due to COVID-19. The band has found different ways to still perform and cater to their fan base.
We gained a lot of weight. Those freshman 15 is we call it the COVID 20. So
the thing is that we finished our first album. We saw the good side of this. We took advantage of having the time to finish the album and to be in a fountain of good news. COVID-19. We have done a bunch of social distancing performances. We played on the truck.
I got a flatbed for a community.
Or we did the performance at Key Biscayne.
Okay.
So, the buildings and people in the balconies looking out to enjoy the band. And,
oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. You has been like your opportunity to create new stuff and to take that part of our creativity.
There we go. You got it.
Okay.
The band even treated me to a surprise performance.
Hi.
Sammy High Baby, soltándote un freestyle, acudiendo a esta entrevista, partiendo siempre en la improvisación. Les presento a Wismer y a Tony Trombone. Hey, let's get it. Un saludo para ti, te demuestro que soy pro, no soy nada wannabe. Sigo soltando pura dinamita. Los Wizzards saludando a esta bella señorita que está por acá en video. Yo parafraseo, no titubeo y teoría y solfeo. Ves lo que yo enseño en este clip, demostrando que sigo aquí en my grip. Otra vez como ves no hay dos, Wismer en compañía del pana Sammy Hawk. Llegó el rapero y todo que más improvisa. Damas y caballeros, somos los Wizzards.
Please don't forget to check out Los Wizzards' new album, Spanglish Love, coming out on November 29th. This is Yuseli Solis for the South Florida Access.
Thanks so much for watching the South Florida Access. We'll see you right here for our next episode. Stay safe.